It's another banner day for trading in the euro, with the common currency staging major technical breakouts and round number breakouts against a number of other currencies, including the US dollar, the Japanese yen, and the British pound. Let's take a look and see what's happening. The euro has been trending up for the last month or so, but in particular, it's really gained strength since the first round of French presidential voting. When Macron took the lead, that lifted a lot of political risk concerns off of the euro. In particular, there had been a fear that Marine Le Pen would win and that she would collapse the currency. Once it became clear that that wasn't going to happen, we've seen a major turnaround and a major rethinking of political risk in the eurozone. Since then, and we saw it here first with this initial breakaway gap here in April, we see it here against the in euro dollar, and we're seeing it here in euro yen. After this breakaway gap, we've seen it continue to rally against the yen. It was soaring, against the pound was steadying because the sterling also rallied, but here against the US, rally, consolidation at higher levels, and now what? We're breaking out again. And today in particular is a really big day. We've got euro dollar breaking out over 110. We've got euro pound breaking out over 85.85, and we've got euro yen breaking out over 125. So that's a triple breakout, three big round numbers, all happening at the same time and all confirming each other renewed interest in the euro. So what have we got? We've got Macron won the second round of French presidential voting. On top of that, he's released his candidate list now for the upcoming parliamentary elections. There had been some question initially, like people were saying, well, great, he's won, but he has no party, so what's he going to do? He's going to have to rely on the establishment. Well, it turns out he does have a party, he does have candidates, and they're leading in the polls. So he may end up with more support in Parliament than people were originally thinking. The Street has been taking that as a positive sign. Also, in Germany on the last weekend, we saw that Chancellor Merkel's party cleaned up and won in regional state elections, and that's being seen as a positive sign heading into the German federal election in September. Interestingly enough, on the other hand, in Austria, the governing coalition has fallen apart, and they're now heading for an election in October. But at this point in time, the Street doesn't seem to be worrying about that. The Street also doesn't seem to be worried that at some point in the next year, Italy's likely to face an election as well. Right now, the focus is on France and on Germany rather than the other two countries. Now, that can change over time, but for now, we're seeing really strong renewed interest coming back into the euro. So we'll take a quick look at the charts here. Euro dollar, breakaway gap, nice consolidation at a higher level, breaking out again, clears 110. First resistance is here in and around this 111.35, and there's a measured objective in and around 111.60. RSI is confirming nice uptrend, and it's not totally overbought yet, so that's generally looking supportive. Euro against the pound. Big breakout today, had been in a longer-term downtrend against the pound since October. This was the big post-Brexit vote rally in euro pound. We'd given back a good chunk of it, about half of it. We're now rallied up off this 50% retracement level here around 84.25, clearing 85 today. It's moved into this 50 to 200 day moving average area, and next resistance up around 86.25 and then closer to 87. But look at this down here on the RSI as well. Breakout over 50. This is confirming an upturn in momentum for euro pound. Euro yen is a little bit shaky at this point. The only reason I say that is because it didn't just stabilize after the first breakaway gap. It just kept right on soaring. It's become quite overbought. Now, the yen has been weakening against everything as this feeling of political uncertainty has been kind of fading here, particularly related to Europe. The yen's been quite weak. Gold had been weak, but is starting to bounce back. So we're keeping an eye on this one. Could this be getting overextended? Maybe. We've cleared 125. This was a huge channel here, 118 to 124. That's been broken, so we're going to be keeping an eye on this one, but so far things are still confirming the uptrend. One other quick thing that I wanted to note here on the euro dollar, if you're looking for confirmation of the upturn, keep an eye on this. The 50 days approaching the 200-day moving average. A crossing would be a golden cross. That would also be another confirmation. So we're seeing a lot of trading action in the euro. It is possible that we could see some swings back and forth as some people want to step in and some people want to take profits, and that's not unusual. But so far overall, it looks as though there's a lot of renewed interest coming in behind the euro.